An amazing show for you. While we are waiting for Facebook to kick in, actually, hold on, let me just see if it is kicking in. Not yet. So while we're waiting for Facebook to kick in, let me tell you a little bit about Carroll's Jewelers if you're not familiar with Carroll's Jewelers. Carroll's Jewelers is Florida's most trusted jeweler. They have been around for almost a century. As a matter of fact, they have been in the same spot on Los Olas Boulevard in Fort Lauderdale for over 60 years. So this is a jeweler that you can trust, a jeweler with a lot of experience. And not only that, if there's something in tonight's show as we're shopping along and you say, hey, you know what? It's not exactly what Michael presented, or if it's not exactly what I wanted, you can return it. You have 60 days. So I'm going to get into that in a second. Let me just check in again. And Facebook is working. How fabulous when that happens. Anyway, so again, we have an amazing show for you. I'm glad you're here this evening. Thank you for joining me. We have so many great things. We've got pieces that range all the way from $140 all the way up to $2,950. So we've got a phenomenal range of pieces, and we've got discounts going from $50 to almost $1,000. So that is also a wide range, and who wouldn't like to save $1,000? We've also got some really great pieces. We've got some very high-end designer pieces, some real very high-end designer pieces. We've got some everyday pieces, and we've got some phenomenal gemstones, including diamonds, because diamonds, of course, are the birthstone for April, and April is coming up. So before we get into the product, let me tell you a little bit about this platform, because there are people watching me on YouTube, there are people watching me on Instagram, people watching me on the Carroll's Jewelers site, and there are people watching me on Facebook. So in my posts that I put on Facebook, I will also tell you that there is a little link. I always put the link there so that you can come to this platform. And the reason for that is that I don't want to miss your comments. I don't want to, and I do want us to interact. So if you are watching me on my Facebook, go to that specific post, click the link, and you can join me on this platform, and we can be interactive. Just like somebody is just sending me hearts. Thank you for whoever is sending me hearts. So I'm going to tell you that we can be interactive. So here's the way you do that. So if you are watching me on Instagram, there is a code above my head. Put that code into the chat box, and that will allow you to be direct messaged directly from Instagram, and they'll give you a link that you can actually go and see everything in the show. If you're watching me, again, on my platform, on my Facebook, I won't be able to necessarily see your comments until later. I do promise I will get to your comments. So come here if you'd like. And if you are watching me on this platform, there are a number of things. Down the side here, you'll see a number of icons. And the way that works is the top button is hearts. Somebody is sending me hearts right now. So if you like something I'm saying, if you like a piece of product that I'm showing, hit the heart button and I will see hearts and I'll know that you like it. I might be able to spend some more time on it. Next down from that is the shop button. The shop button is a great button. It's a great tool for you because it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to shop. What it means is that you'll be able to see everything in the show. So if I'm talking about something and you say, you know what, I want to see what the next item is, or he's going on too long, or you know what, he's gone on beyond what I was interested in, I want to go back to something earlier, hit that shop button. You'll see everything in the show pop up. And when you see everything in the show pop up, you'll be able to go and shop through at your leisure. You will also see three little dots. How best to really say to your friends, I love you, than to share wonderful pieces with them, share great discounts, and you can do that. Hit those three dots and you'll be able to share this to your social media, and I would very much appreciate that. Oh my God, thank you, Sherry. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. So just like Sherry, you can also interact with me. Toward the bottom, there is a little box. Put your name in the box. Tell me where you are watching me from. Tell me all kinds of things, to ask me questions about the pieces, whatever you'd like. So you can do that simply by putting your name into the box, and we can have an ongoing conversation. So hello, Denise. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. So I'm going to start the show by putting up the first piece in the show, which is a beautiful freshwater cultured pearl necklace. But before I do that, I just want to also tell you, I spoke to you a couple of seconds ago about Carroll's return policy. Carroll's has been around for almost a century. They are established, they are trusted, they are Florida's most favorite jeweler. And if there is something that I am showing you in this show tonight, or if you take this one piece and you get this home, by the way, it does appear here over my head. Click that and it will take you to the page. You'll be able to see all the information about that particular piece. When you're ready to come back, you click on my face and I'll just magically reappear. So if you were to get something home like the piece above my head, then what you could do is if you tried it on and you said, it's not really for me, or as I said, maybe I did not describe it particularly well, which is highly unlikely. But if case that happens, you have 60 days to return this. All you need to do is remember to return it in the original packaging, in its original condition, and with the original tag still attached to the piece. If you do that, you will have no problem returning a piece. So let's start with this amazing piece. As I said, it is a gorgeous freshwater cultured pearl in the center here. This is item number 6001958. You see this gorgeous freshwater pearl here on the bottom, this designer toggle clasp, and a beautiful, beautiful paperclip link chain. This piece retails for $190, and today we're offering 25%, so you can actually get this home for $140. $190 in the store, you are saving $50, so that is $140. It is on a beautiful paperclip chain, as I was explaining. Paperclip chains happen to be probably one of the most highly sought after chain styles these days. Why? I think because they offer a little bit of sparkle. You see how it's playing with the light here. It has a very, very high-end designer sensibility, as does this toggle clasp. This toggle clasp actually is here for decoration because the clasp is here at the back. What you're seeing here is a lobster claw clasp, and you've got a couple of different places that you can place this. What that means to you is that when you are wearing a blouse, when you are wearing something that has buttons, sometimes you're going to need it a little bit shorter, sometimes you want it to have a little bit longer. You can absolutely do that because of this little feature. Also, it allows you to wear this not only in the V of a blouse, but it also allows you to lengthen it. So when you lengthen it, what you can do is you can wear it over a turtleneck sweater. You can, I mean, we are still in some of the cooler months in many areas of the country. So if you wanted to wear this over a turtleneck sweater, absolutely no problem in doing that. I'm going to give you a close-up look right now. The chain here is 16 inches on the shortest closure. So that is down here. You can put this on 17 inches or 18 inches. What you're looking at here is sterling silver that has been plated with 14 karat gold. It is going to be durable. It is going to be a piece that is very, very high end. It's going to work with so many different pieces in your wardrobe. If you are somebody who was born in June, pearl is the birthstone for that. Or if you are somebody who's maybe getting married this year, this would be a perfect bride's gift. It would be a perfect mother of the bride's gift. The pearl is really very gorgeous, and it's quite symbolic because years ago, you might not realize this, but your pearls were so sought after, more so than diamonds. And there were laws that said only royalty, only nobility could actually wear a pearl. That is how rare they are. That is how coveted they were. Pearl is also the probably the only gemstone that is actually taken from something that is living. It is an organic material, beautifully done. This is a freshwater cultured pearl, and I'm going to show this to you up close. What that means is that the cultured pearl has a little nucleus in the center, and it inspires the mollusk, the living being that this is grown in. It inspires the mollusk to cover that stimulus or cover that irritant with nacre. So what you are seeing here is gorgeous nacre. And you can see the really great quality of this. Look at the beautiful shine. They say, by the way, when you wear pearls, the more you wear pearls, the more shine they have because they are getting the oils from your body. So they are a gemstone that is very highly coveted and highly sought after. Again, sterling silver chain done in beautiful 14 karat gold plating. It allows you to wear this piece anywhere from 16 inches, which is this one here, 17 inches or 18 inches. So you have a lot of versatility here. Lobster claw clasp is going to be very, very easy for you to do. And I've kind of skipped over this a couple of times, but I just want to show you this high-end toggle piece here. Now, on a lot of very high-end pieces that you see on in those stores on Fifth Avenue and Rodeo Drive and all of those, what you see is a lot of designers are doing this toggle clasp. It gives it a very, very high-end feel. This here is not the actual clasp, as I pointed out. It is at the back here. However, it does give you that designer feel, and I think that that is incredible. The paperclip chain, again, is extremely, extremely popular right now. High-end designer look with that gorgeous freshwater culture pearl in the center. $140 gets this home. Definitely think about this because I think that this is an incredible look. And for $140, I mean, hey, this is the perfect bride's gift. By the way, if you did want to break this down over multitude of payments, which you absolutely can do. Hello, Diane. How are you? Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. So if you did want to break this down over multitude of payments, you can absolutely do so. You can do that because when you put this into the shopping basket, it will have something that's called Affirm. And that Affirm will allow you to break this down into payments, but you will be getting the piece home. So it truly is beautiful. Roberta is asking if the pearl has some significance. Well, you know, the thing is, Roberta, that pearls really have tremendous significance because they symbolize stability, they symbolize peace, they symbolize so many different things. And actually, it used to be believed in ancient Asia that pearls actually were the tears of dragons that had fallen into the water. So it really is a beautiful, beautiful symbolism. It's a great story. And again, a beautiful piece for $140 that allows you to wear this on 16, 17, or 18 inches. Gold plated over top of sterling silver with a designer toggle at the front and a beautiful freshwater cultured pearl here. By the way, this little thing that is glistening right here, this is a cubic zirconia. So I didn't want you to think that that was a diamond. It is a cubic zirconia. One last time on this, you are getting 25% off, $50 off of the regular price, which brings this down to $140. I'm going to move on to the next piece now, and I think you are going to be blown away by this. One last look at this. Okay, so, you know, for many, many years, having worked in television shopping, and if you've been watching television shopping, you know that oftentimes people will say, oh, you know, this is like those high-end stores on Fifth Avenue. This is like that blue box store. This is like that red box store. This is like this fancy French jeweler. That's because they cannot really say the name because they don't have the particular product. Carroll's has that product. Feast your eyes on this. Now you're wondering what famous high-end jeweler this is? I think some of you already know, but let me just give you a close-up look at this. This is Cartier. This is not Cartier-like. This is not Cartier in feel. This is not Cartier-esque. This is a Cartier ring. This is an estate piece. It means that somebody has previously loved and previously worn this piece, which is really, really beautiful. What you're looking at here is 18 karat white gold. I'm going to show you the inside. I'm going to hopefully let you see that the stamp, it is stamped Cartier here. I hope that you can read that. There it is, C-A-R-T-I-E-R. It is a beautiful piece. You are also looking at diamonds here. These diamonds have a total weight of about 14 points. They are done in that signature Cartier style. What you're seeing here is two C's that face the opposite direction. Again, 18 karat white gold and beautiful diamonds here. You've got 14 points of diamonds. So this piece normally in the store is $1,990. You get 20% off this evening, which equates to $398. What that means is that you'll be able to take this piece home, a genuine Cartier 18 karat white gold and diamond piece, for $1,592. Now, if you're on your computer right now, do your homework. Go and see what this retails for in a regular Cartier store or in so many other stores. And what you are going to see is this is an incredible value for you offered by Carroll's Jewelers. You've got a 10 millimeter band here, so this is a significant band. The size here is a size 6. So if you were thinking to yourself that you wanted to have this size, speak to them at Carroll's Jewelers. It would not be a problem, certainly. It could be sized up. Because this is a 10 millimeter band, I will tell you that this is not one of those bands that you can kind of cheat on. So if you are like just slightly, if a 6 is tight on you, this will not work. What you'll need to do is you'll need to speak to them at Carroll's Jewelers about having it sized, because the 10 millimeter band is so wide that it will be difficult for you to get this on. So this is a size 6, but again, speak to them at Carroll's Jewelers. Not a problem to have this sized into other sizes. You are looking at 18 karat white gold. I'm going to give you another close-up here. 18 karat white gold. You are looking at diamonds, beautiful diamonds in that classic, well-known double C. That is an iconic design from Cartier. You can actually see that it is engraved Cartier on the inside. You'll see how beautifully it's done. I want you to see how this band works. Look at this. There you go. Really, really incredible pieces. And you know, this is the beauty of shopping with shows like this and shopping with Carroll's Jewelers. And the fact is that, as I said at the beginning of the show, oftentimes you will hear this is Cartier-like, or this looks like that fancy store on Fifth Avenue, that French one. This is a Cartier piece. 18 karat white gold, beautiful diamonds, 14 points of diamonds, stamped Cartier on the inside, iconic logo. And you're getting this for $1,592, which is 20% off of the original price, which is $1,990. An incredible, incredible deal, especially if you love those high-end jewelers, but you say, hey, you know what? Maybe that's a little bit beyond my price point. And remember, if you do want to do this, all you need to do is click this or click the shop button. When you put it into your basket, it will give you the affirm option, and that will allow you to pay this out over time. I'm going to take this down and move on to the next piece. And that next piece is an incredible pendant in garnet. Look at this one last time on that. Really, really beautiful. Now, I'm going to tell you about garnet because I love garnet. And I have a friend who I was having dinner with the other day, and she said to me, you know what, I don't really like garnet. Garnet is my birthstone, and it never really done it for me. And I was like astounded. Why? Because garnet is such an incredible stone. It has a high refractive index. It has a high Mohs hardness scale index. So that means that this is a durable stone. It is a stone that you can wear every single day. This is something that literally you put on, and it is a high-end designer feel. On a Mohs hardness scale, the Mohs hardness of a garnet is about 6.5, 7.5. So this is incredibly, incredibly durable. These are almandine garnets. Now I'm going to show you something that's coming up a little later. These are also garnets. These are rhodolite garnets, and these are very, very special. I want you to see the color differences. And this is what I mean about garnet. Garnet is an incredible gemstone because it comes in a variety of different colors. It is durable. You heard me mention the Mohs hardness scale. It is something that has a high refractive index. That means that when you wear this, it's going to catch the light and really, really look great. So this is item number 6001987. The retail price here is $375, and tonight it is 20% off. So you're getting $75 off this piece, which brings this down to $300. This piece here is set with the garnets. Let me give you a close-up so you can see how they are set. Beautifully done. Look at that. These are almandine garnets, and the almandine garnets have that deep red classic garnet feel. This piece here measures 1.5 inches. Let me just show you that if I can. Whoops. There we go. 1.5 inches top to bottom. It is set onto a beautiful chain. This chain is sterling silver with a lobster claw clasp and a 1-inch extension. The chain is 18 inches in length. The extender is 1 inch, which means that you can wear this up to 19 inches. Of course, if you wanted the extender extended even further, you could absolutely do that. Just speak to the people at Carroll's Jewelers, not a problem whatsoever. So you're getting the centerpiece here. It is 1.5 inches, and then the necklace, which is 18 inches. From a style perspective, I just want to point out to you that when you wear something like this, that has this kind of a drop, it creates a V. That V is extremely elongating, especially on a neckline, especially if you have a plunging neckline. It's going to be very, very dramatic. It's going to be beautiful. And you again have that gorgeous color of the beautiful almandine garnets there. I think that you're getting good color here. Hey Janice, yes, it is. Janice, it is the birthstone for January. Now it does come in a variety of different colors. I showed you the rhodolite garnet. It comes in many different colors, everywhere from green to red to rosy pink. But we're looking at here, these are almandine garnets, and they are the birthstone for January. This has 13 garnets in it. You'll see that they are graduated slightly in size. You can see that they've got beautiful color. And again, this is a 1.5 inch drop. The chain itself is 18 inches with that 1 inch extender here and a lobster claw clasp on that side. I have a piece that matches this that is coming up. So I'm going to kind of transition from this to that, if I can. Actually, I want to show them to you together so that you can see if you are somebody who really loves that idea of wearing matching pieces, and there's so many people who love that idea. This is the matching ring that is coming up next. One last time on this, it is tonight, $300. You're making a saving of $75 off of the original price. And the item number here is 6001987 for this beautiful garnet and sterling silver pendant. Now we're going to move on to the ring. And as I said, the ring is a match to this. And this also does have this vertical bar. You heard me say that this is an extremely elongating look. I'm going to put this down and we're going to concentrate on the ring. The ring also has that vertical bar. That vertical bar creates that north-south orientation. For those of you who've been shopping with me for a quarter of a century and trusting me with your jewelry purchases and jewelry knowledge, this is going to be extremely elongating to the hand. I used to tell this to the celebrities that I work with all the time in Hollywood. If you are somebody who says, you know what, I don't really wear a lot of rings because my hands are wide, a ring like this is going to be extremely elongating. You can actually see how it is elongating that finger. And when I say the north-south orientation, I mean something that is longer from the knuckle to the tip of your finger. That is a north-south orientation. Here again, you have these beautiful almandine garnets. in here, and these are also set exactly the same way. It is an exact match. Oh, look at that. You are getting such great color here, I think, right now. I'm hoping. Thank you. Thank you, Roberta. Yes, Roberta says that she's seeing the color. And thank you for whoever is sending me those hearts. You have 25 points of garnets in this piece. This piece is also a size 7. And the length on this going down your finger is 7/8 of an inch. So it is almost an inch top to bottom, size 7. But again, if you need it in a different size, not a problem. Speak to the people at Carroll's Jewelers. They would be more than happy to have the ring size for you, or potentially order it if they can in the size that you want. But I just really love that look. If you know, not everybody loves the classics. Some people want to have that really edgy kind of like high-end designer feel. That's exactly what you're getting here. High-end designer look, a little bit more edgy, not the classic by any stretch of the imagination. And what you can also do, I'm just going to show this to you on the bottom. If you're somebody who says, I like to stack rings, and you wanted to stack rings underneath this, you can see that there's a little bit of a lift. So providing that the band that you're stacking it up against has a lower profile, you should be able to absolutely stack these, and you can mix and match the garnets with so many other different colors of gemstones, maybe other garnets or diamonds to give it a little bit of pop, whatever you want. I love this piece, item number 6302751. I think this is a great high-end kind of feel for you to have, and it does have that elongating effect. $173 gets this home, which is a 25% saving off of the original price of $231. So you're making a wonderful saving on this as well. And again, this is, what did I do with it? There it is. And this does have a matching piece if you wanted to have two beautiful pieces. As a matter of fact, if you wanted to put these together, then your price would be $473 for both pieces together. Always check my math, because math was never really a big thing for me, but I'm pretty sure $473 would get both of these home. You would have two beautiful pieces of gorgeous garnets, flashing garnets in sterling silver in a very high-end designer look. Now I'm going to move on to the other garnets. So I'm going to try to hold on to these for 1 second so that you can see the color difference as well. So what we have coming up, and again, this is garnet, and this is why I totally didn't understand when my friend said to me that she didn't love garnet, because look at this. This is rhodolite garnet. Now, this is the classic garnet color, this almondine color, and the rhodolite garnet is a little bit more on the rarer side of garnet. It is that beautiful purpley pink, that raspberry color. And these are incredible because I'm hoping that you can see the checkerboard and that really adds to it. Again, on the Mohs hardness scale, these are about 7.5 on the Mohs hardness scale, so they are durable. They are extremely comfortable for you to wear. These are that classic stud. But what gives this that little bit of extra sparkle is the fact that these are checkerboard cut. I'm going to try to see if I can't give you a really, I've got to move my face out of the shot, a really big, good close-up of how these are faceted. I'm hoping that you are seeing that, these beautiful checkerboard cut. And what that means is that basically there is a slight dome to the top of these rhodolite garnets, and that dome has been cut almost like a diamond shape across the entire surface. What that means is that, first of all, garnet has a high refractive index, so it's going to already play with the light beautifully. Once you add that feature of the beautiful checkerboard cut, you get almost double that, because you're getting double the reflection. You see this as I'm moving it? And then you are getting all of those deep colors on the inside, all of those beautiful deep purple colors, all of those beautiful deep red colors that you expect from a garnet. These are Item number 835158, and in the store they normally are $1,090. They are 25% off, which means you're getting a saving of $272.50. So these are $817.50. You are looking at significant rhodolite garnets here, and you are looking at 14 karat yellow gold. The two garnets here, I don't have a millimeter gauge, but I'm going to try to do this with a ruler so that you can see. The two garnets here on a millimeter gauge, they are 7 millimeters by 7 millimeters. So in, let me see. Actually, maybe that is a millimeter size. No, it's 16ths of an inch. So you've got 7 16ths of an inch by 7 16ths of an inch. So they are a nice size. Again, they do have that gorgeous crisscross checkerboard pattern. And I love this particular type of setting. This is a 6-prong setting. Actually, there you can really see the sparkle. And I want to show them to you. They are like little crowns. So they set that garnet up really beautifully. And it is just like a little crown. They do have a butterfly and post closure. So I'm going to show you that. Nice size butterfly, not too diminutive, so you're going to have no problem grabbing that. You've got the butterfly closure, and there is a little bit of a divot right here. What that means to you, it's going to give you a little bit of extra security, because as the butterfly comes to that, it clicks into place, which means that you will be able to literally put these on and not really worry about that. So it really does give you that little bit of extra security. Again, $817.50. You are getting 14 karat yellow gold. You are getting a genuine rhodolite garnet. You heard me say earlier that rhodolite garnet is one of the more rare colors of garnet. It's actually one of my favorites. I have two favorites of colors of garnets. One is demantoid, which is green, and the other one here is this beautiful rhodolite garnet. And I've really always loved rhodolite garnet. 6-prong, 14 karat gold setting, $817.50. An incredible, incredible deal. You know, I think also so many people have diamond studs at this point, or simulated diamond studs, or lab-grown diamond studs. This really allows you to, I think, stand out in a crowd. And if you did want to put them with diamond studs, this is a significant size. Remember, this is 7 millimeters. So that is roughly, if you want, it is roughly the size of just over a carat diamond. So just to give you an idea. So if you have smaller diamonds, if you have diamonds that are maybe half a carat, this would be a great piece to feature in the main piercing, and then perhaps your half carat stud a little bit further, and maybe if you have another piercing, maybe your quarter carat stud, so you have all of this beautiful color. Again, $817.50 for these two beautiful rhodolite garnets, checkerboard cut in a 14 karat gold setting. So let me take this down and move on to the next piece. And we are going to talk about a beautiful ring that I think is truly, truly incredible. This is, let me get my face out of here. It always works better because, the thing is, this camera wants to actually, take photos of your face. And what that means is that I have to move my face in order for this to be totally clear for you. This is item number 130289. In the store, this ring sells for $1,150. What you're looking at here are diamonds. You've got 15 diamonds, which with an approximate carat weight of 14 points. These are done in 14 karat yellow gold. $1,150 in the store, but this evening for this show, it is less $150, so $1,000 gets this home. I want to point out the fact that there are 3 stations here of diamonds. Each one of these stations has 5 diamonds in it. I'm hoping that you can see that. I also think that this is beautiful because those diamond stations are intersected with these beautiful loops. Again, that very high-end look, almost like that blue box store on Fifth Avenue. It is incredible. But what I also like about this ring is that these don't go all the way around. So if you needed this size, if you got this home today and you said, in 2 years, hey, I need to raise this up a little bit, or I need to bring this down, this very generous sizing bar is going to allow you to do this. This is 14 karat gold you're looking at. So all you need to do is take it to your jeweler and they can actually size this for you. You are looking at approximately 14 points of diamonds. This is a size 7, and this would, I think, also make a great stack piece. If you are somebody who loves to stack your jewelry, it does have a flat edge on it, so it would stack beautifully up against a wedding band. Perhaps this is something that if you don't want to wear your engagement ring when you're going out on vacation, you want to wear something that has got a little bit of sparkle to it, a little bit of designer feel. You could put it up against your wedding band and voila, you've got a great, great look. Again, this is 14 karat gold. You are looking at diamonds. In this store, this retails for $1,150, and tonight it is $1,000. So you're saving $150 on this piece, which I think is incredible because it does have that high-end look, and yet it is going to be very easy for you to wear, very easy for you to size, so should you need that. And again, if you're already a different size, as I said, this is a size 7, so if you're already a different size, just speak to the Carroll's Jewelers. They could arrange to have this size so that it fits your finger perfectly. One last time on this, 15 diamonds, approximately 14 points for $1,000, set into 14 karat gold with a beautiful, beautiful high-end designer feel. And those diamonds literally go knuckle to knuckle. So if you were wearing this, the impression would be that these go all the way around. I'm going to put this down and we're going to move on to the next piece now, which is a beautiful pair of lab-grown diamond earrings. Now, I think that almost every lady at this point has those classic studs. So again, whether you have them in lab-grown diamonds, whether you have them in real diamonds, whether you have them however. This particular pair of earrings, I think, takes that and really kicks it up a notch. And here's a couple of things that I like about this. First of all, let me give you the information. This is item number 195366. These are lab-grown diamond earrings, and I'll get into that in a second. The cost on these in the store is $990. You are looking at 1 carat total weight of lab-grown diamonds. Tonight, you are saving $495. That is 50% off. So these are less than $500. $495 gets these home, regularly $990 in the store. They are set into a 14 karat white gold setting, that classic butterfly and post. Now, here's what I love about this particular style of earring. First of all, if you are somebody who has a pointier jaw and you needed something that was going to work beautifully with a pointy jaw, you can wear these earrings set so that they are flat along the bottom. Very, very complimentary. If you are somebody who has a square jaw and you wanted something that was going to counterbalance that, all you need to do is rotate these and you get that beautiful look. If you're somebody who would love to be able to wear a cross, for example, this almost has that cross feel to it. You are looking at 10 diamonds total, 5 in either ear, 1 carat total weight. These would be the perfect Easter gift. April is coming up. April's birthstone is diamond. So if you are looking for something that is going to be unusual to give to somebody, not that just classic stud look, but something that is truly going to be a little bit more on the unusual side, that is these earrings in spades. What I also love about this is the fact that you do have 5 diamonds in each. When you buy a diamond stud, for example, you have just over 50 facets. Those 50 facets, 52 facets, actually really make sure that the light is broken down and you get all of that sparkle. Here you have 5 diamonds. Each one of them has 52 facets. What that means here is that you are getting maximum light play, maximum light breakdown, so you are getting all of those beautiful spectral hues all in one place. I showed you that they are 14 karat white gold and that they have a post and butterfly back. I'm just going to show this to you up close. Again, you have a generous size butterfly here, so this is going to be extremely easy for you to put on your ear or take it off of your ear. It is not diminutive in any way. Again, the way these are set is beautiful. They are set up slightly, not too high. Again, these are that unusual gift, especially if somebody already has diamond studs, if they have other studs in other different gemstones. Now, I talked about these being lab-grown diamonds. Now, some of you who may not be familiar with lab-grown diamonds may say to yourself, well, I don't know, they're not real diamonds. I can assure you these are diamonds. According to the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, these are classified as diamonds. They are diamonds. They are cut like natural diamonds. They are graded like natural diamonds. They are polished like natural diamonds. They are set like natural diamonds. The only point of difference is that these were grown in a lab and the others were mined out of the earth. The benefit to you in that is a couple things. First of all, it usually takes about 1 to 3 billion years for diamonds coming out of the earth. You do not have to wait 1 to 3 billion years for this. And because of the method of these being created, that they are created in a lab, the price is significantly less. As I said, you have 1 carat total weight in here, 1 carat total weight, and nice size. You can see that there are only 5 diamonds in each ear, so you've got a nice size of diamond. These are $495. Less than $500 gets these pieces home, and they really do give you that extra special pop. They give you all of the color that you expect in your diamonds. They give you all of the properties. Chemically, they are diamonds. Visually, they are diamonds. Everything about them is diamonds because they are diamonds. They are just lab-grown diamonds. And again, what that means to you is that the price that you're paying is not the price that somebody would pay for if these were mined diamonds. The other benefit is that we do not have to wait for 1 billion years to have a great pair of earrings. This is a wonderful pair of earrings to think about. And again, if I have gone too fast for you, or you want to go back, or you want to see this, you want more information on this, click on that icon. You'll go to All Diminished Down, and you'll go to the website, and you'll be able to literally read all about these. You'll also be able to, lab-grown diamonds. There's a lot of education out there on lab-grown diamonds. They are a segment of the jewelry industry that is absolutely booming right now. So if you love the idea of wearing diamonds, but say, hey, you know what? The cost of diamonds has historically been a little bit pricey, then think of something like this, because this is a great option. You are getting diamonds, lab-grown diamonds. You are getting 14 karat white gold, beautiful pair of earrings, and for less than $500, $495, you are getting a pair of earrings that you will be proud to wear. And again, April is coming up. April's birthstone is diamond. There are weddings coming up. How perfect would it be to give the bride a beautiful pair of unusual diamond earrings that she could wear perhaps with other earrings that she already has if she's got multiple piercings, or wear as her signature. There's a very famous judge on TV who has a pair of earrings that has multiple diamonds in it rather than one single stud. And I just think it's such a very sophisticated look. I hope that you do too. I am going to take this down and we are going to move on to the next piece, which is another pair of earrings. And they are citrine and diamond earrings. So one last look on these, and then we are going to move on to this pair. So what you're looking at here are citrines. They are topped with diamonds. These were actually put together and made by Carroll's Jewelers. So this is something that they have manufactured on their own. The item number here is 210334. The regular retail price on these is $1,515. For the show this evening, they are 50% off. So you can get these home for for $757.50. 50% off of the regular price. The regular price, again, just in case I kind of totally mixed that one up or mixed you up on that. The regular price on these is $1,515. You are getting 50% off, which brings these down to $757.50. You are looking at beautiful citrine here and diamonds. Now, I want to give you a really great close-up. They are set in 14 karat yellow gold. Citrine, by the way, in case you're wondering, is the birthstone for November. These happen to be a beautiful color citrine. They are a mandarin orange color. And you have two oval citrines right here on the bottom. Those two oval citrines are 7 millimeters this way by 5 millimeters this way, both of them. What that equates to is that you have 1 carat, 30 points approximately total weight in citrine. You then have diamonds on the top. You have 3 diamonds on the top of each one. That total weight of diamonds is approximately 6 points. So you have 6 diamonds, each one of them a point. So you've got 1 carat, 36 points approximately of gem weight. Citrine is such a beautiful, warm stone, I think. I'm going to take these off. Oh, before I take these off, I do want to point out the way these are made. I put them this way on this stand, but if you said to yourself, I prefer them with the diamonds falling off of the ear, you could absolutely do that. Very, very simple. So it gives you 2 options on how to wear these, diamonds up or diamonds down. And again, I want you to see that gorgeous color of the citrine. And again, this is a mandarin orange citrine. So oftentimes citrines will come in yellow. This has almost that little bit of orange hue. I'm hoping that you can get that. Maybe if I put them up against the blue, you can really see the great color, the great contrast. I'm hoping you're seeing the sparkle because it is an incredibly beautiful stone. 50% off of the regular price, so $757.50 gets these home. Again, remember, you can wear them with the diamonds down or you can wear them with the diamonds turned up. The way that they are put together, I'm just going to show this to you. Post and butterfly back, but the way they are put together is that the post is literally right here in the center, which allows you to have that flexibility of wearing these with diamonds down like this if you wanted that look, or diamonds toward the top. Look at the color of that gorgeous citrine. I just really do. This is the wonderful thing about gemstones, is that they really have, each of them has their own characteristics, their own color, their own qualities that really make them beautiful. And I do love the fact that these are a little bit more on the unusual side. I think it is a warm coloring. I think these would be perfect for somebody with darker eyes, even with lighter eyes. I think that this would be incredible. And again, the citrine is the birthstone for November. So do not forget about these. I keep doing that. $757.50 gets these home. $757.50. That is 50% off of the regular retail, which is $1,515. So I'm going to put these down and we're going to move on to one of the other pieces in the show. And again, this is a classic. This is something that I think every woman wants, but it is also kicked up a notch because I really think that this is truly a beautiful bracelet. I'm hoping that you're seeing the sparkle here. What you're seeing here are lab-grown diamonds, 14 karat white gold, item number here 195333. In the store, this bracelet retails for $3,930. Look at the sparkle that you're getting here. Tonight for the show, you are getting 25% off, so you're making a saving of $982.50. So that is a significant saving. You're saving almost $1,000. And so this evening, it is $2,947.50. You're looking at 3 carats total weight of diamonds. Gorgeous, right? Okay. I'm hoping that you're seeing that sparkle. I see the sparkle, so I just love that when I see that, and I'm hoping that it translates throughout the camera as well. You are looking at 3 carats total weight of diamonds. The bracelet measures 7 inches. These diamonds are G color, which is near colorless. They are, from a clarity perspective, VS1, VS2, which are excellent clarity. And I think that this is really, again, that tennis bracelet that kicks it up a notch because it almost looks like, let me see if I can do this. There we go. So it almost looks like these are separated slightly. Oftentimes you see the tennis bracelets and it looks like it's all one. Here, these look like they are separated a little bit. And I just love the clasp because the clasp is a hidden clasp and there is a safety feature to it. So this is the way the clasp works. Very high-end clasp. You feed this in, it will click into place, and then you have this safety feature that you just click this up into place and you have that double safety. But what that means to you is that as you wear this, should the bracelet go around your wrist, you really do not need to worry. But it's almost totally hidden. You've got this little indicator here where the clasp is, but it is one of those pieces that I think that is going to work so well with other things. Like the earrings that I was telling you about, these are lab-grown diamonds. So as I said to you, they are diamonds. They are graded like diamonds. They are cut like diamonds. They are polished like diamonds. They are set like diamonds. When you get a certificate, they are graded in exactly the same way as diamonds. The only difference is that with lab-grown diamonds is their point of origin. So while some of the diamonds are actually taken out of the earth, these come out of a lab. And again, I spoke to you earlier about the benefit of that because you're getting 3 carats total weight for under $3,000. So this is a significant deal because if these were natural diamonds, if they had come out of the earth, the price on this bracelet would be significantly higher. You are looking at 14 karat white gold. I also want to show you the flexibility here. These are not done in sections. These are all individual settings that have been linked together. There is a tremendous amount of work here. This is exactly how those very high-end bracelets are because each one of these is linked separately. These are not done in sections. They are not preset. They're just beautifully done. G in color, VS1 and VS2 in clarity, 3 carats total weight. The bracelet, by the way, is 7 inches in length. If you decided that you needed something a little bit larger, not a problem. just speak to the people at Carroll's Jewelers, because this bracelet is available for order and can be ordered in almost any wrist size you want. Or if you said, you know what, I like the idea of a bracelet, but I would really like the idea more so of an anklet. This can be ordered in any size that you want. So that is a huge benefit. 14 karat white gold. 3 full carats total weight of lab-grown diamonds, beautifully done in this gorgeous line style bracelet. Hidden clasp here, and that little bit of a safety feature on the one side. So it's going to be extremely, extremely secure for you to wear. Under $3,000, $2,947.50 gets this home. That is a saving of over $980, which is significant. So I am going to put this down, but I do want to give you one last little peek at this. I'm going to bring in the earrings so that you can see them together, by the way, because I think that this is a wonderful, wonderful combination. Both of them are classic, but the thing is that they're classic with a little bit of a twist, so you're not going to see yourself coming and going. It's truly going to be something unusual, something new, and something fun. Now, there is one last piece in the show. I'm calling this, Luke liked that I called this a vault find. Let me take this down, and we're going to bring up this classic. Now, one last look on this bracelet, and then we are going to move on to what I called the vault find. The reason I'm calling this the vault find is that this piece here is one of those pieces that it is, first of all, it is gold. 14 karat gold. You are getting both the dog tag, which is what they call this. You are getting this beautiful chain. This piece here is a vault find because it is in the store. This was $1,054. However, that price was already a great price on this. The reason is that if you've been following gold, if you've been following the commodities market, you know that the price of gold has gone crazy. This piece here was already at a great price. And Carroll's Jewelers said, you know what? It is at a great price, but we would love for somebody to have this. So we are going to do even better. So there is $254 off of this piece, which brings this down to $800. So for $800, you are getting a 14 karat gold dog tag pendant and a 14 karat gold chain. The chain does have a lobster claw clasp. It has the marking of the carat right here on this clasp here. It says 14 karat gold. Very nicely done. The piece is literally that I think I actually have one of these, this dog tag style that was made for me. For a number of years now, there is a very high-end jeweler who's very, very well known for styling a lot of the music celebrities. And their claim to fame are these gorgeous dog tags. This is a dog tag style. But when I say that, I don't want you to think this is like a dog tag, but it does have a dog tag kind of feel to it. That's what they classify this, as a dog tag. The benefit to you is that this can be engraved with almost anything. So if you want to put your name on it, I have my initials on mine. I have MOC for Michael O'Connor along the bottom. But you could put anything on this. You could put a symbol on this. You could put birth dates. If you wanted to give this to a man, this would be a beautiful gift because you can engrave this with anything. The chain on this is an 18-inch chain. Again, 14 karat gold. What that means is that this is going to sit right here on the neck. 14 karat gold. Beautiful dog tag. By the way, this is not a lightweight kind of piece. What you're looking at here, and I can't really weigh it for you on air, but this is 4.7 grams of 14 karat gold. 4.7 grams for $800. That's 4.7 grams between the chain and the dog tag itself. 14 karat yellow gold, $800 in that classic look that everybody is going after. All of the music celebrities are wearing this. A lot of the celebrities that I know in Hollywood also have that dog tag style. You could have this engraved with almost anything, with a love message. This would be a great groom's gift, because we talked about bride's gifts coming up. Well, this would be a great groom's gift. You would be able to put a wedding date on here, a beautiful inspiration, maybe a poem. It is large enough, and it can be engraved on both sides. I'm going to flip this over so that you can see. There's one side, there is the other side. So you can absolutely put almost anything on this. Don't forget about this, because this is an incredible piece. It is $800, a saving of $250 to $4 off of an already incredible price. I hope you enjoyed the show. Remember, hit that shop button, and what you can see is everything in the show. I hope you'll be with me next Thursday. I appreciate it to everybody who joined, Roberta, to Denise, to Renee. Thank you for being here. I truly appreciate it. And I'll see you next week. Bye.